I am a few minutes late, I do apologise, but I'm here to give you the latest updates on developments in We Share Abundance and our amazing Success on a Plate programme. We should be streaming live in YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. I'll be heading over there in a moment because that is where I see comments and so can answer questions, excuse me, and interact with members, visitors, whatever we have on this live. So whichever platform you're watching on, you are equally welcome. But if you've got questions, the place to be is in the We Share Abundance Publicly Facebook group. But you're equally welcome no matter where you're watching from, no matter what country you're watching from, whether you're a member or a guest, a visitor, curiosity seeker, whatever. Welcome. You are appreciated. It's better than me talking to myself. Okay, I'm heading over to our Facebook group right now. We Share Abundance Publicly. And when it gets there, when I find it, here we go. Hopefully, March the 17th, which is today. And we've got March the 17th. We've got the sound on. We're going to take that off. Okay. And it looks like things are working. So that's good news. Yeah, March the 17th. It is St. Patrick's Day today. And it marks a day for me that 2 years ago, I was introduced to COVID. Not personally, I didn't catch COVID, but the panic started to set in. I put my car in for service, and while it was being serviced, I popped down to the pub, the Brandon Arms in Bude, to have lunch, and I was talking to people there. There were people in there with the Irish hats on and things, you know, and they were saying that a lot of places had cancelled events and everything because there was going to be a lockdown coming for the prevention of the spread of COVID. So that was 2 years ago today, and at the time I said, oh, these epidemics last about 2 years. It'll be all over in about 2 years. And I believe that is coming true. I believe that although we are seeing still plenty of people being infected with one of the variants of COVID, it's no longer a serious infection. When I say it's no longer serious, of course, some people will be adversely affected by it in the same way as they are by flu or the common cold. And it may kill them off, which is never a good thing, obviously. But I don't believe now that it is any more serious than any other COVID. This is COVID-19 with various different variants. COVID also covers influenza, the common cold. It's the same basic virus, and it is now looking like it is passing into acceptance as just something that is going to be around indefinitely, in the same way that flu is around indefinitely. It will claim victims. It will, for the most part though, just be an inconvenience to most people. So hopefully that message will get around the world and we can all start living proper lives again. There are other things, of course, that are always going on around the world, fostered by usually man's greed or search for something that is missing in their lives. And this affects people that are totally broke and abundantly wealthy. It affects people who have little social status accorded to them by the majority of people, or massive social status accorded to them by the majority of people. People that have not found out how to fulfill that longing inside them for something more. You can't fill that with an extra house, a private yacht, your own private island. You can't fill that with being the president of the United States or of Russia. And yet these people that are up there that are still seeking think that they can get it by creating unrest, showing their power, flexing their muscles, to the detriment of the majority of their own people and other people. And that's what's going on between Russia and the Ukraine, and it goes on in lots of other countries as well, where there is oppression, and it's caused by people just not understanding how to fill that hole. They're searching for something, and they think they'll get it from omnipotence, but the only omnipotence is that of God's. And the only way they can fill that hole and get personal success, personal happiness, freedom from that search for something that they don't know what it is by living in loving service to others. And once the world as a whole learns that lesson, we will have a peaceful world. We Share Abundance is about spreading that peace, that hope, that understanding. And at the request of one of our members, today I have added back into the website some documentation that was up there before, but it got deleted. We have lots of pages that come and go. And if you look in the, I think it's the top menu that it's in, and it says mission. And if you click on mission, I wonder, let's go there. No, I'll do it in a moment. I'll do it in a moment once we've got started, because that really is just my preamble while I'm waiting for people to get here. So we'll quickly go through who we've got in and where they're from now at the moment. Then we'll get started with a short prayer, and then I'll update you on everything else that's going on. But happy St. Patrick's Day, okay? I hope you find your four-leaf clover, although it's the shamrock, of course, that is representative of Ireland. But I hope you have the luck of the Irish, okay? So we have Dave Jackson from London at the top of the comments, followed by Andrew Dean from New Zealand, Peter from Kettering in the UK, Ramachandra from India, although he is a UK citizen, Paula from Holland, Norman from Doncaster, UK, Richard from Devon, UK, Yara from Paraguay, originally from Peru, Thobza from South Africa, Queen Anne from Nigeria, Victor from Vietnam, Kingsley from Manchester, UK, And Victor says, I hope we'll wake up one day when withdrawals will be allowed in We Share Abundance. Withdrawals are allowed now, Victor. We are paying withdrawals in ever increasing quantities to people that are benefiting from the SOAP program, Success on a Plate, earning income by sharing love and abundance. Okay? Right. That's nipped through a few of the people that are here. So let us get started now with a short prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that each member's heart may be filled with unconditional love, and through that love, that each member may find the joy of service, and through that service, Lord, bless them, that they may find happiness and everything that they need in life from you. Amen. Okay, right, now let's do that screen share that I was talking about. Let me just check that I can get it on this browser, because if I try it in some browsers, it doesn't function properly. So there we go, mission. Right, okay, it is there. I'm going to show you where. Let's get to the Melon app, and then I can do a screen share. Bear with me while I go through the process. It's a bit fiddly, but usually it works. Hopefully it'll work without difficulty. Okay, let me get back to Facebook so that I can see that things are working. Yeah, okay. Here we have our website, and this is Success on a Plate page. But if you look here at the top menu bar, we have two menu bars. There's one here and there's one at the top. If you look at mission, it brings up the page that I've created, and it has our mission, our charter, US registration and UK registration certificates in there. And our mission is to build a community of like-minded people who seek more than just material gains. We know that you need to put bread on the table. We know that you need cash, but there's more to life than that, and you can't buy those other things. And so we want a community built around loving service to others, which will bring you that happiness, but in doing so, it will create a sustainable economy, helping, I need to change that, helping over 100 million families find hope and extra income by making both Visa tokens valuable assets. That is my and our initial goal, to help 100 million families globally escape poverty. This in turn will generate additional income to be used for charitable work focused on curing causes of suffering rather than treating the symptoms. Most charities do tend to treat symptoms. There's a disaster somewhere, and they send some bags of rice to help feed the people, or some blankets, or dogs to search for people in rubble, and that's very valuable. I'm not knocking that. But if we can get to the root cause of suffering and find ways of helping in those areas, then we'll be curing the causes rather than treating the symptoms. And an illustration of that is if we can find ways of bringing agriculture where there is famine, it'll provide food on an ongoing basis. It won't be a matter of giving them handouts. It'll enable the people to create their own food supply. And as a part of that agriculture, if we can plant trees, that'll help replace the millions of acres of trees that are being cut down. And this is the main reason why we have people talking about climate change and things. It's because the trees are the lungs of this planet, and the more we cut down, we're cutting down our ability to breathe. So let's find ways of putting that back in a natural way, treating the cause. And so these are just examples, but there are lots more. But you can see we also have the charter here, which you can read. We've got our domestic non-profit corporation filed in the United States, and we've got our limited company filed in the United Kingdom. Okay, it may be necessary in future to have registrations in all countries throughout the world. But at the moment, most countries are accepting what we now have. So it's there. We are here to stay. We are here for the good of humanity for generations to come. So that is the page, and that is where you find it. Mission up here. So let me get back to Facebook, and it's gone black, and I hope that that resolves itself in a moment. Come on. Yeah. Okay. It's got me back. Maybe you're better with a black screen than watching me, but there you go. So that is a little bit of what's been achieved today. From my point of view, I've not been very productive. I've had a little bit of problem. It's not a problem, is it? It's a situation. I've got a situation which I had to handle, and that is the vehicle I have was making funny noises. So I'd arranged to take it into the garage today for them to just have a quick look and see what the funny noises were. But when I set off from home, there was a big bang. The vehicle still was going, but it was making really horrible noises now, grating, crunching noises. And I think something in the transmission has gone. It got me to the garage, but I was unable to get anything resolved throughout the day. The garage, I live in a remote area of England, if you like. Buses and things like that are available, but they're very infrequent, and they don't go through the town, which was the nearest garage, or the village. It's not really a town, little village. So there are no buses from there to get back home. It's quite a long walk. It's about 5 or 6 mile walk, and the bottom line is I've not heard from them yet, but at the moment we have no vehicle, and living in a remote part, that's not good. We do have a local shop. I say local, it's in the nearest little village. It's a pretty good little shop, but it's about a mile and a half walk to get up there, and mile and a half back. Without a car, it's not good to be carrying loads and loads of stuff, but what needs must. Of course, there are deliveries available now from supermarkets and things, but I'm hoping that we will get something resolved on our transport. it's needed for many other things as well as just getting groceries. So there we are. That's the story of my day today. I did get back, but I haven't achieved a great deal. The page I've showed you is one of the things that I have achieved, which I promised to do for somebody. But it's delayed me getting other things done. But the good part is I'm not that important. And we have developers who are working Devyani, particularly in the programming of everything. And there have been some changes made there as well. One of the changes is the registration process has been cleaned up and streamlined a little bit. Once people use your link and they get to the registration page, they get to a page that has been changed slightly that tells them that this is their sponsor and this is their coupon code, if they've been given both. If they get there without a link carrying the sponsor, they're told that they need to find a sponsor, get back to the person that sent them to We Share Abundance. And if they just found it by chance, to join the Facebook group and ask somebody there to sponsor them. Once they've got a sponsor filled in, they can then proceed. And I think the button says continue, so they click on that. And there used to be a button against the sponsor name saying change sponsor. And that caused confusion. It wasn't necessary. It was necessary for the way that the system had been set up. So we had to change functions around that. It wasn't just as easy as removing the button. But that button has now been removed. So they get to the next page and the sponsor's name is still filled in and the coupon code if they get there, and they can carry on the registration. So it's been, I like the word streamlined. You can just use changed if you like. I think it will avoid some of the confusion. So that's one thing that's been done. The auto transfer we're still working on. What day is today? Thursday, isn't it? Hopefully we'll get that completed tomorrow. We have been testing it. And before we go live with it, I will want to test it and see if there's any changes I want made, because it is very, very important that that is really, really secure for your benefit mainly, but also for our benefit. We don't want people being able to hack into your account and steal your funds. And so we've got to make it very, very secure so that your money is safe. So I'll be checking things there and making sure that I feel that it is as safe as we can reasonably make it for you. But that will be implemented within maybe tomorrow. It may run over into Monday because of the checks that I'll be wanting to do, and if there are any changes that I need made, then of course that will delay things. But it is pretty much completed now. But I've not been able to test it at this stage. Once that is implemented, of course, what it means is as soon as you've got at least $10 in your wallet, you'll be able to put in a withdrawal request, and that will be automatically paid. You won't have to wait for us to manually approve it, which can take 24 hours or so. So you'll be able to go out, give away how many coupons. If you give away 4 coupons, you make $12, don't you? You can give away 4 coupons in, let's suppose it takes 5 minutes to give away a coupon. You give away 4 coupons in under half an hour. And then you can put in your withdrawal request, and that will be paid in minutes. So within half an hour, you can earn $10, and then you can rinse and repeat. So there you go. That is where we are now. Devyani did get stuck a little bit on testing herself, and I think that is partly because she didn't understand the waves exchange situation. And unfortunately, I wasn't here to guide her through that, but we'll get it sorted out tomorrow. Okay. When that's done, we'll be introducing automated ID verification as well, and that will also streamline the registration process. So there you go. Ramachandra says we need to work together. Yeah, of course we do. We are a community. Individually, we are not very strong or powerful, no matter how good we think we are, how clever, how wealthy, how educated, whatever personal attributes we have, we are limited. But as we come together as a community and bring all those attributes together as one, we become unlimited. And that is the power of one. That is the power of the community. That is the power of working together in that synergistic effect that can bring everything that we want in life to the community and beyond, outside the community, spreading ripples of peace, hope, harmony, and love throughout the world. So that's pretty much the updates on today. I was hoping to have done a lot more. I was hoping I would get my vehicle sorted out. That is still going to be taking some time from me, although it's in the garage and nothing I can do until I hear from them, and then we'll have to make decisions on what will happen with it. If it is a serious transmission error, it may be that the vehicle is beyond economic repair, which would leave me needing to find another vehicle. So that will be a search. It's not like I have unlimited funds that I can just go out and buy something. Far from it. So let's all keep our fingers crossed that it's not as serious as it maybe could be, and it is something that they can fix. But even if they can fix it, it is an American vehicle, and parts aren't easy to get. They take time. So even if it's repairable, it could be a couple of weeks before we can get the parts shipped in, and then however long it takes, a day or whatever, to fix it. So it's a concern at the moment, but as I say, hopefully it'll all work out. Well, it all will work out one way or another. So so there we are. Let's give you the numbers for today. Not only me that's not been doing much today, we're down a little bit on our net registrations. They're still a lot better than they were, but they're down on where we've been for the past 3 or 4 days. Maybe it's because it's midweek. I don't know. We've not been going long enough with this to find out. But we have a net increase of 46 people. Once again, you know, it's like about 8 times more than we were doing before we had SOAP. But we've been doing double that and more in the past few days. So it's a little bit down, but I'm sure it will pick up again. Net registrations, because we always remove people that haven't logged in for a couple of months and don't have active stakes. So we usually taking out 40, 50, 100 people. If we've got 46 coming in, it means we've had 46 more than we took out. That's the net increase. So we now have 50,478 registered members. The site ranking, when I came to find it, is showing exactly the same numbers for both We Share Abundance and Multiply Weezer as yesterday. And so I believe that it's not pulling the numbers from Alexa.com, which is, I think, where they get the figures from. But when in the past I've checked Alexa, it's because Alexa hasn't updated either. So I think we'll have to wait till tomorrow to see what the site ranking is doing, because at the moment it's just showing exactly the same for both. Multiply Weezer, we had a couple of new email verified members. We've had no change in the new people buying. We haven't had any new people buying advertising in Multiply Weezer. We did increase $1 in our bonus pool to $9,774.57. The tokens, the Weezer token, we've had a bit more trading than we've seen for a long while on that, $408, and somebody's been buying up Weezer for a very good price. They've been snapping them up at 5 tokens for 1 cent. So they're getting thousands of tokens for $400. Whoever, it may be a lot of people, it may be an odd one. I don't know, but those $408 have bought thousands of tokens, which are going to be worth thousands of dollars in each in the very near future. The coin ranking, though, has dropped a little bit, dropped by 107 places for Weezer to 1,849. Weezer Abundance, the coin ranking has gone up 23 places to 841. Again, there's been about $400 worth of trading in Weezer Abundance tokens, and this is being stimulated by the SOAP program, Easy Business Builder. And as that grows, and as you help it grow, as we all pull together, we will see those trading volumes increasing to realistic figures for cryptocurrencies, thousands of dollars a day instead of tens or hundreds, and ultimately tens of thousands of dollars a day. We'll have good trading volume in there. I think I said that it's up 23 places to 841. The coupon, not the coupon, what they called, the coin ranking. It's ranked 23 places higher than it was yesterday at 841, and the value has gone up about $2. To $321.29. Much more stable figures now that we are pulling them from coin ranking. We are getting more realistic market values, waves. It's just crazy the way they do it. So those are your numbers for today. And that is the updates for today. So I don't think I've got anything else to share with you particularly. we just need to, as Ramachandra says, work together, share love, share abundance. You have now tangible ways of doing that with your coupons, because there are lots and lots of people out there that need what we have to offer. They need the ability to make $10 in half an hour. They need the ability to start building residual income. They need the ability to attach themselves to something that will bring them hope, that will let them know that they're not failures, that they are unique, valuable members of our community. And I'm talking about community, the brotherhood of man, not just the We Share Abundance community, but they will also start to understand that they are valued members of our own community, and that will grow. And as that grows, it will enable us to build strength in our economy, in our tokens, and use them for the benefit not only of our own members, but of people outside our community. We'll be able to help this world become a better place. We all need to work together, as Ramachandra says. And that's it from me for today. The cricket went rather well from what I've been able to see. I just had a quick look. They were 450 or over 450 for 6 or 7 wickets. I can't remember now. England. So somebody's scored a few runs. And that makes a pleasant change as an England cricket supporter. I think it's over a year since they scored 400 runs in an innings. I think they did it against India about a year ago, but it's very infrequent, and it should be a lot more common. But anyway, that's just my take on the cricket. Of course, we've got rugby this weekend. It's the final weekend of the Six Nations, so that'll be all taking part on Saturday. So my Saturday will be taken up pretty much by rugby. But tomorrow is Friday, and I'll be able to really get stuck into things unless I am called away to the garage or anything like that with car repairs. Okay, God bless you all. I'll see you all same time, same place tomorrow, here live on Twitch, YouTube, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly, with the latest developments and updates. And until then, goodbye, goodbye. I wish you all goodbye, goodbye. I wish you all goodbye, goodbye.